All right, Kristen, thanks so much. Happening tonight in Oshkosh, the city's Common Council is meeting to decide on whether or not to approve a new agreement to keep funding the Oshkosh Area Humane Society.
It's focused on providing shelter, care, and adoption services for stray domesticated animals in the city. It would include a fee of $50,000 to cover the first 500 animals the shelter services each year. The agreement includes additional funding for any animals beyond that initial 500. If approved by the council, the deal would run from January 1st, 2026 to December 2028. Tonight's meeting begins at 6. Your time now, 6:35.